Good morning, my sexy bitches. Genuinely, I actually didn't expect that to happen, but I may stop and redo this. No, do you know what? I'm not going to ruin my streak. One thing you probably don't know about these videos is I never, God, they're everywhere. I never even watch them back or edit them. Let me just say, in all the time I've done this, so what are we talking now? God, it must be a year. It must be. Oh my God, a year. Where'd that go? So it must be a year that I've been doing the video. I mean, I wouldn't say the video diaries, but certainly talking on the videos about creatine, about protein, about cardio and weight training. Basically, just giving you an insight to everything that I done wrong myself. Every diet I've done, every exercise routine that I've done, what it done to me, what it done to my body, how I've had to try and come away from that. And anyway, I never ever edit them. I just post them, believe it or not. So everything that you see is raw. And I'm pretty shocked because, I shouldn't be shocked, let's face it. Simon's had sweet chilli with his dinner every single night. I genuinely didn't expect there to be any today. Anywho, Dettol's coming out after this. So, it's Sunday. What have we got to talk about? Well, the week has been a really good week. I don't even know why. I do know why, actually, I lie. It's because the workouts have been super duper pooper scooper. I mean, it's not even that I've got stronger. Simon's got stronger. We both got stronger. But it's stripping things back. And I don't know. I'm really, oh my God, there's another bit. How has he got it over there? He eats here. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna have to put my hands under here before I get sticky. So yeah, I don't even know why. It's like we started our new plan. So as you guys know, every sort of 8 to 12 weeks, I'd say more 12 than 8. Sometimes it's 8 if it's a real toughie. So if we're doing a block where we've got a lot of strength in there, like key compound lifts, heavy, back to back, you get pretty beaten up. And sometimes you do need to kind of change that up a little bit. So if we're doing really heavy, like back-to-back heavies, then normally every 8 weeks we will swap it out and do a mixture of a bit of heavy, a bit of higher rep work to kind of complement each other, which is kind of what we're transitioning into at the moment. So we've just started our new block. I wrote, oh my God, there's another bit. I'm going to pan over this table afterwards. No, I'm not. So we've started a new block. So unlike everything that I teach to people who are, listen, most of the people I work with, they've not been training consistently for longer than a couple of years. So they're still in their beginner, intermediate stages. They're not beyond that. And it's only when you get beyond that do you need to start adding in some different modalities and some different volume sets. Like, for example, at the moment, I'm not just barbell back squatting, which I truly believe is one of the best exercises, as well as the deadlift for building muscle. I've been throwing in some accessory work. I've noticed on my barbell squats that the straight up, straight down that I'm really striving for, when I go down, I have a slight something that goes like this, which means my ankle mobility needs working on, which I knew anyway. I've been working on that for a while. So as I go down, the bar path goes a little bit like this. It starts fine, it goes, and then it goes a little bit like that. Then I go in the hole. And then to come up out of the hole, the sticking point, I go up and then it goes like a little bit like this. It's probably not even as exaggerated as that. I'm talking very minute, but it's enough for me to know that I don't want to be coming up with my back like this in my squat. I want to be coming up like this. This is my back now. This is the bar path. So this is the barbell, this is my back. We want to be coming up like this. Oh my God, I'm not explaining this very well at all. You kind of get what I'm talking about. I want my squat to be better. My right rotation, that was being a bit of a bugger. I noticed that it only flares when I'm doing heavy deadlifts. But do you know what? Touch wood, the part that's not got the sweet chili on. I haven't had a flare up for a while. I'm thinking almost 2 weeks, and I think this is why I'm feeling better in my workouts, because I've not got constant pain there. It's just there. It's horrible. And you know what? It sometimes doesn't even feel it when you're doing the exercise. It will just come on like a bitch a couple of hours afterwards, and it's normally when I'm sitting at my desk talking to my client, and then all of a sudden I can feel it, and that's sitting down at the desk. Honestly, sometimes I'm just like, oh. So now we've started our new block. We're doing double pause squats. I have literally stripped my weight off my squats, you know, over the 10 kilograms that I was squatting. Bearing in mind that it wasn't even that long ago, I had 120 kilos on the bar, and they were good reps. They were parallel and beyond. They were countable reps. But were they? When I watch them back, I'm so critical of myself completely, but I would rather take 30 kilos off my bar and squat firing off every single cylinder than keep that 30 kilograms on my squat and then eventually do myself a bit of a kipper, because that's what's going to happen. I don't know, I think it's just the fact that me and Si are training together. We always train together, but when we're at home, for whatever reason, Si just lost his mojo, I think, because we work from home, we're always home, that we had all the lockdown, we weren't going out, we weren't doing anything, hell, we weren't even going for a coffee. We weren't doing anything. So I suppose he lost his mojo, like many of us do. I'm programmed differently. I will do what I've got to do, no matter how I feel about it, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever. You know, it's what got me in trouble. It's my personality. It's something that I'm not proud of what I've done to myself in the past with my anorexia, with my obesity, with my food behaviors, with my binge eating, with my purging. Honestly, the diets that I've done, the mentalities that I've done, hell, the social events that I've missed, the holidays I've cancelled. It makes me sad to think of what I had, of what I missed sometimes. Oh, Simon never lets me forget this. He's a big Formula One fan. Oh, God. And my old boss had some tickets for the Monaco Grand Prix. I mean, it's one of the biggest Grand Prix ever. And my investor pulled out last minute. I don't even know what happened. I think he was something big in politics, you know. He never told me. Perhaps he wasn't allowed to. Anyway, his job was whatever, and they needed him there, so he couldn't go that weekend. So he had 2 tickets to the Monaco Grand Prix, and my boss was like, I know you and Si really like Formula One. Do you guys want to go? I mean, we had the Eddie Jordan boat, we had the whole weekend paid for, and you know, I couldn't go. I could not go because it was literally 2 days notice, and there was no other reason other than the fact that I freaked out about what I was going to eat, how I was going to get my running in. I just couldn't prepare for it. So I had to pass. And Simon never lets me forget that, honestly. Sometimes when he tells people that story, and I'm like, I think he doesn't know how bad, well, no, he does. But no one knows how bad you were at the time. Sorry, I don't mean to get upset. This is meant to be a lovely Sunday chat, not an Emma emotional wreck chat. I say that because things like last night, we were meant to go out for a date night, and you kind of build yourself up. I haven't got up. I haven't got dressed up in over 2 years. I've not put proper makeup on. I've not put heels on. And I think the anticipation of that and me building up to that, I had a ton of work to do. I got up super early. Once I'd done the tutorial video, I had a great session with Simon. Then I got my walking in. I wanted to get the house cleaned because it's Father's Day today, and I just didn't want to end up having so much to do. I ended up absolutely sodding myself to the point where at 3-4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I was ready to get in bed and just cry. And the thought of washing my hair, yes, I have actually washed my hair, although it doesn't look like it just looks like a state as normal. The thought of washing my hair, putting makeup on my face, do you know, it wasn't even the makeup putting it on, it was the fact of getting home from the restaurant and then having to take it off. The tedious job of actually getting all the wipes and having to get it all off my face. That's how friggin' lazy I actually am. Get me a barbell and I will happily squat 7-8 sets comfortably and absolutely adore it. Give me a wet wipe or, I don't know, some face wipe and have to sit and take off my mascara. Oh God, it's like, what's happened to me? I used to be quite girly, and now I feel like Simon is more of a girl than I am. Man, he even painted my toes in preparation for this Saturday night. Do you know what though? He's such a saint. He actually didn't care. JJ went round his mates, so I miss him. I miss JJ. And you know what? Si was just like, if you're not feeling it, I don't want to be sitting at a restaurant with you almost falling asleep in your dinner. Like, we'll just do it another night. Oh, I feel really bad. Well, I kind of do and I kind of don't. We had a wicked takeaway and we watched shit on telly and we just had a cuddle. And yeah, I did. I fell asleep. I think I want to say I fell asleep before 8 o'clock. That's pretty damn sad, isn't it? Oh well. Such is life. Anyway, for those of you who are celebrating Father's Day today, I think that's what's got me a little emotional, if I'm being honest. I know some people don't have their dads. Some people have lost their dads of recent. A couple of my clients have lost their dads of recent. And my heart goes out to them. And I suppose it's days like today when the lack of communication that I have with my dad, who was my world. You know, I was daddy's little girl. Because my mum hates girls. You know, she never ever let me forget it either. She always wanted just boys. So when I come out and they told my mum I was a girl, she was like, oh, put her back in. She really never lets me forget it. But my dad was something different. I was daddy's little girl. But unfortunately, they come as a pair, and I understand that. That's their relationship. And, you know, perhaps one day, you know, we will reconnect and establish that relationship again, if not for us, but for JJ. I never told them that they couldn't contact JJ. Everybody is welcome to come and see JJ. It's just unfortunate that they didn't want to do that. And they've missed out because JJ is now 4 or 5 years older. And he has turned into the most wonderful child. I don't know how we got so lucky. And I don't know if it's anything to do with me and Simon. We're like his best friends. We treat him like he's our best friend. I'm so open and honest with him. We are an open family. You know, we walk around stark bollock naked. We laugh, we joke. We're very, very open. And I suppose I adore JJ for how he has turned out. You know, his manners are impeccable. The kid is just so unbelievably tuned in. You know, if he can see me having a bit of a wobbly sometimes, like if I have some food, if I tried a bit of his cake that he made at the bake-off, for example, which I did, of course I did, you know, he can see and he can sense things, and he kind of just comes over and goes, it's all right, mummy. These thoughts, they never leave you. You just learn how to cope with them a hell of a lot better. I've run out of time. Happy Father's Day and happy Sunday.